see if we can find
Hello,
it.
hello, hello.
Oh, is it on?
Yeah. And we're rolling.
Hi.
Today we're just trying to get them all out.
Yeah.
All right, Christian BBLs. Let's go. So let me just tell you how I found about this lady. So I don't even remember what the lady's name is.
I'm gonna look it up now.
She's gonna look it up. I had seen her from before. Randomly, the algorithm thought I needed to see this. This is when she had just had the BBL. And
Sophiology.
okay, and she was just showing all of the like the pain that she was in, and like I guess right after her treatment afterwards. And every time I watch this stuff, I'm just like, wow, like, is it even worth it? And I don't know if I even finished the video. I just watched a little bit of it, and then that was what it was. And then recently, it came up on my feed again. This whole idea of, I guess she's been having some issues because people who follow her, I guess, are becoming problematic. I don't know. I guess they're questioning her, and she's getting a little defensive.
Defensive is a good word.
Where's
Yeah.
your mic?
Yeah. Sorry, I said defensive is a good word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's getting defensive. So we want to take it up from here, because that's the thing that I just really want to respond on. Is I was just super disappointed to see her response, um, because it just didn't make sense. First of all, this lady Sophiology, is that her name? Sophie?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Or
Sophiology.
Sophia. I don't know. Ida Hosa.
Mm,
Sophiology is the channel.
Okay. I thought she looked very nice from before, you know? I thought she looked very fit. She had recently said, I think before she got the BBL, that she had lost, was it 40 pounds? And I don't think she was big to begin with. So imagine, I mean, Tilu, if you lost
She
40
doesn't look.
pounds,
She's a tiny girl.
so 40
Yeah.
pounds, that's a lot. And then you get the BBL on top of that. Um, yeah. So I just wanted to mention just kind of the overview. You can add something there, then I want to just go completely into whatever I else wanted to say.
No, we can just. I mean, I think you've laid a good
Okay.
framework. Yeah.
So I'm just concerned. I'm concerned that us as Christians, or people who love and serve the Most High God, are being are basically allowing the world to dictate what our beauty standard is, what our whatever is. And that's not how it should be. We are the light. We should be influencing the world, not the other way around. No? It just makes no sense to me. None. That you would go, what you getting the BBL for? Like why is that aesthetic of having a tiny waist and a big bottom something that you aspire to have? And then if you aspire to have it, like, who are you having it for? Because you're basically trying to attract men to you, right? I don't think you're doing it for the women. You're doing it because you want to look a certain way, and you think that by looking this way attracts men. But yet you're a Christian. And as a Christian, you're not supposed to be a whore. I don't know. What's a
Yeah.
better word to say? I'm
Is
sorry.
this the way we are supposed to draw men to us? Is through
Our bodies.
enhancing our surgically enhancing our bodies.
And there's only one type of man you're going to be attracting. The man who's just going to be like, look at you, and whistling and doing all of that. But is that the type of energy you want as a Christian woman who's somewhat, I mean, you could be newly steeped or trying to steep more, but is that the energy that you want?
Mm-hmm.
I find it fascinating, completely fascinating. And then you'd come on TV, and when people call you out, now you're like, oh, y'all were doing the most. I'm gonna read y'all, and I'm gonna pull you by your blank. I don't even want to say what she said. She said, I'm gonna drag you by your down there hairs.
She said that?
Yeah.
Why?
But that's what I was trying to tell you. Remember, I was saying I was so disgusted by
That's
that.
gross.
Like, why would you say that?
How does that even come to mind?
I don't know. It came
As
to
a
her
Christian
mind.
woman.
It came to her mind. And then she wants to now say, but I'm not perfect. I hate this stuff. No, none of us are perfect. None of us are. But when the correction comes, when the reproof comes, don't now have an attitude about it.
Did she say why she wanted to have this surgery done? I know she was praying beforehand, saying, God, just, help me through this. So, but why were you
I don't
having the
recall.
surgery?
I don't recall. I don't
So let me
recall.
just say the things that concern me.
Sure.
So I think the primary thing that concerns me is I feel as if, with her and with a lot of women who are pursuing these kinds of surgeries, I feel like it speaks to a lack of self-esteem. And if and just kind of I tried to go through some of her videos today. And it's a lot. Like I feel as if you don't feel comfortable going in public without a full face beat,
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking
if you don't feel comfortable with going in public without, a whole eyelash set, if you don't feel comfortable going in public without the wig with the baby hairs, if you don't feel comfortable going out, you know, as a black woman without getting your lip fillers, because she mentioned she had lip filler, you
Why does she
know,
have lip fillers?
yeah, I think she said maybe it wore off or whatever, but the fact that you had them to begin with,
But we naturally
the fact
are
that you
like
had it
this.
at some point, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't feel comfortable going outside the way God made you, and you now also, in addition to all of that, you don't feel comfortable going out without getting your butt
The derriere,
enhanced,
right?
without taking fat out of your stomach and adding it to your butt. If you don't feel comfortable the way you came out of the womb, this speaks to an issue of self esteem, an issue of your heart, an issue of you not feeling worthy. And I feel like we need to address that because this kind of surgery, this is real. People die. And if you don't mind risking your life so that you can have a man look at your butt and say, "Hey girl, you looking sexy," or whatever it is. If you need that kind of attention, you know what I mean? It's just like if your life is worthless, if people not sliding into your DMs or whatever, if you don't feel worthy, if you feel worthless, if people have shamed you for being too dark, too ugly, too African, too whatever, if you don't feel like you can step out and feel good about you, as you, just as you. I woke up like this. If you can't just wake up like this and feel good about you, then we have got a really, really big problem. This is the problem that I feel like we need to be addressing, because to be honest, when I was looking at her videos, I was like, that is a lot of work. That is a lot of work. I honestly can't. I mean, there was a time for sure when I used to wear heavy foundation because I was dealing with a lot of hormonal acne and scarring and stuff like that. But once my face started to clear up, I don't need it. I mean, I'll do. I'm just, I don't mean it like that, Tundi.
That was great.
What I mean is, I will put the makeup on when I have a photo shoot if it's a special occasion. But I can go to work, I can go to the store, I can go anywhere. I can shoot this video without having foundation. It does not I feel beautiful as I am. I don't need that in order to step outside and get my day going. Mind you, people can have their own feelings or whatever, but this is always about how do I feel about myself? How do you feel about yourself? Do you feel comfortable in your own skin? That's what we need. That's the direction we need to be going. And I feel like as Christians, we need to be speaking to this. If we have young girls out there that don't feel, and the thing is, I get it because I did not feel comfortable going out with all of these dark, the
The
scarring.
hyperpigment, is it hyperpigmentation
Yeah, I
that
did
comes or
not feel
post
confident.
acne? Yeah.
So I understand. I understand. I mean,
But
I had two girls, like on my last job, I had a girl in our office who was really struggling with it too.
mhm,
And I got her a bunch of products, a lot of Korean stuff, and she started crying. I was like, guess what? I understand.
right.
I get it.
hmm
So and it's important for you to feel good about the way you look. It
Of
really
course,
is.
of course, and but I think ultimately though, that's why. there's a difference though, because you right now are wearing foundation to cover up, unfortunately, with darker skin, it's very sensitive.
Mhm.
So when you have those marks, and then it leaves the dark marks. I completely get that. And then the cysts that are in the skin and all of those things, and they're very painful too. But if you're using foundation just to cover it, that's one thing. What y'all doing right now is not using, just you're not doing just coverage and that's it. Y'all are going out in full clown makeup, like full, like I'm gonna put the triangles underneath here.
And this is
I'm
every
gonna do
day.
the
And I'm
thing right
just like,
here, and then
y'all go
down the
to,
middle,
you do
and
this
then
to go
down
to
the middle,
work?
then right here, then right here, then right here, and then right here. I'm gonna do that because I want this to go in, and I want this to go in. Well, we were having a great conversation about that because we were saying, you know what, makeup back in the day, at least makeup when I started understanding makeup, let's say in the late I was gonna say
2000s?
1900s. Girl, in the
2000?
1998 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Uh-huh.
that time, 96 onward. When the only makeup. First of all, I think that's the year that
It
CoverGirl
was
finally
CoverGirl.
got Halle Berry, LOL, to be their
Spokesmodel.
spokesperson. Halle Berry,
Tyra, I think.
me,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
Tyra.
Oh,
So
oh.
there wasn't no makeup for people of our complexion. But that's the time that we were kind of interested, unless you were getting that one that they sold at Burdines.
We weren't buying
Fair
makeup from a
Fair and Love,
fashion
whatever.
fair.
Unless you're getting
Oh yeah,
fashion
we weren't
fair,
shopping at the
right?
department stores. It
Because that
was
was
just a
expensive. But
Walgreens
my
kind of
point is that
situation. Yeah.
I think fashion fair had darker skin
Yes.
colors.
Yes.
But and it took a while. Even Black Radiance, all these other things. It took a while for them to have deep
Wet and
colors.
Wild.
Or not even Wet and Wild. You know the one that was for black people that you
Okay.
get like at the beauty supply store.
Mhm.
But my point is, makeup consisted of what? Was it three things? It was powder,
Pressed powder.
pressed powder, and then maybe your
Mascara.
mascara,
Mhm.
maybe your eyebrows, right?
We
I'm not even
girls
eyebrows.
weren't doing eyebrows back then.
Mascara and lip
And a
gloss.
lip gloss. Yeah.
That's it.
Hmm.
That's it. Which is great because then it's like you really could just see,
Who's
people's.
that? Oh, Amazon Prime. Sorry.
Oh, my
Sorry.
goodness. You just.
I was just like, who's walking up there?
Anyways, I was like, I don't know who that is. Anyways, that's what our makeup was. He's probably like, "What y'all doing in the car with the light on?" Let me keep moving. So that's what makeup was.
Mhm.
And you could still see people's faces,
Mhm.
and what have you. Now it's like, you have to have a whole like magazine cover ready, and we've normalized it. How much money y'all spending on makeup?
Yeah.
Let me ask. Cause ain't no way. We were talking about how long it took you to finish when let's say finally MAC came out with their makeup and the studio fix. How long did it take you? T was saying that she's never even finished one of those little pressed powder things.
I've never finished. I always end up getting a new one, but I never finish.
The only person I know who finished those things is Mama.
Yeah.
Because she would use it, but she would only use it once
Yeah.
when she was going to
Yeah.
church.
But yeah, I still have
and
studio
special
fix,
occasions.
and I actually will still buy occasionally. But
you would only buy it because you've had the old one for too long,
Yeah, I'm like,
and you're like,
it's been a
maybe
while.
it's expired.
But I don't have any empties.
I've never finished one of those things. But I bet you guys are finishing these things, giving all of these people all the money. All of the money, finishing all that foundation, drawing all of these spiders and not spiders, but whatever it is, these
And
lines.
we
on
don't
your
have
faces.
anything against makeup. I mean,
No.
listen, I'm an OG when it comes to like this whole face beat situation.
She is.
I used to
She
get.
is.
I got the Kevin O'Con
Who
book.
is the person I think who came up with all of that stuff?
Yes.
All of this. Put the line
Before
here.
the internet, I had the book.
She got the book.
And I had the makeup, and I would do the whole thing.
She knew what she was doing.
Special occasions. It's like you're going out. It's homecoming. You want to look good or whatever. Like I would practice.
Mhm.
But this wasn't like an everyday
That's not
face.
every day. So it's just shocking that you
I'm
guys
just
are
like,
doing this every day.
We do this every day.
And then on top of that, what you're doing is you're putting on the wig. So I think that what you said, just going back to what you said, which really just hit me for a moment when you said that you don't have a problem. How did you say it? That almost like your life means nothing to you. How did you say it?
I can't remember.
You said that because remember it's surgery, and it's
Oh yeah,
it's life threatening, or how do you say
life-threatening surgery.
Yeah, and so the fact that you can do this just shows that it's like you don't value your life, or I don't know. You said it in such a very profound way, and I just want to bring that up. It's like you can die. People are dying,
and they're leaving children.
Yeah, I was telling Tila about some lady. I don't know her. I think she has 4 kids. I don't know if she's white or Latina. I think she's with a black man. I don't know. Maybe I know this person. I don't know who she was, but she came up on the feed. I think she's some sort of social media person, and I think she died like last year, like late last year, because she went in for surgery
For an elective,
and didn't come out.
yeah.
It happens all the time.
It's surgery.
Real surgery. And then Tilu, you were talking about the whole idea of anesthesiologists.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like the hardest residency to get into. It's like the top 1% of the 1%. That get into anesthesiology. But you've got people now because you got to be able to wake up, right? You got people.
mm,
No, that's the real thing. You got to be able to wake up.
no, it's true. But just when you
But
say
now
it,
we're gonna go to
it's like,
Brazil and all different places in South America because we want it cheaper. Don't you want to wake up? I mean, I don't. I'd rather have a board certified person who went to Penn. I want to wake up. This is how much you don't value your life. Then we're gonna go to
I
don't know
and get a
Suriname.
discount.
Get a discount,
Coupon.
50% off.
No, boo.
I mean, you have all these black women getting off the plane, being wheelchaired out of the plane because their butts are so.
I mean, I don't know. We're laughing a lot, but it's super serious.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't. There's just so much to talk about, and I just let me try
Can
to
you
keep us.
imagine what God is thinking? Like, look,
No,
the angels in heaven are like, what is going on down there?
no, no.
And we're gonna pray and hold hands.
No,
Please.
and
Help
I'm
us
not
to,
going to pray
help
for you.
us to get
I'm
through
not.
this.
I'm not going
Help
to do
us
that.
to wake up.
The
from
only
this.
time I'll pray, and this is one time I told Tilu that I think this is what matters. If you are you've had a mastectomy,
Mm.
or if you've had an accident, a burn victim,
Mhm.
something like that, by all means, I'll join in the prayer circle for you. That makes sense. I get it. There's been some severe scarring. You need to reconfigure things and get things.
Oh yeah, but
That makes sense.
this is why
But
these
y'all,
surgeries. This is why these things should be available
right,
for people who need it.
right,
Need.
right.
We
And
we
I
don't
just
necessarily need to have a bigger butt.
no,
I
you
don't
don't.
know what the purpose is of a bigger butt, guys.
But you can hit the gym up.
Yeah, and you can get toned. You can get in shape. You can, like whatever happened to doing things.
The
You know
slow
those people
natural
you
way.
see that they're getting. Remember that time when they had arrived in Fort Lauderdale and they're all being wheeled out. They weren't necessarily in the best shape of their lives. I mean, these were bigger individuals. What happened to just going to the gym?
Some bigger individuals.
I mean, everybody's trying to get to look the best that they can.
Right.
But do we have to take shortcuts? Can we just.
Well, I think that's the problem. The problem is a shortcut and thinking that the shortcut is going to be long lasting. Sometimes the shortcut is the problem. Along the way of learning and doing that therein is the work. Do you know what I'm saying? And therein are all the lessons and everything that you need to learn in order for you to be dedicated and disciplined to this journey, what have you. I'm just you can go the derriere is a muscle that you can build. It's an actual muscle.
Yes.
So if you go and hit the gym up and you hit the weight up, you actually need to do heavy weights. You can
Yeah.
build. Do you know what I'm saying?
Megan Moon has a video about building your butt.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it takes a while, and you have to eat well,
Mhm.
and so it's dedication,
Yeah.
and you have to lift really, really heavy. But you can do that.
You've seen guys build their pecs.
Yeah.
Those bodybuilders. I mean, and they're huge.
Right. So you can do
it's
it.
a muscle.
You can do it, but the fact that you are going to now go and go under the knife to that bothers me, And again, just to kind of bring us all back, it bothers me that all of these worldly things have crept into the church, and now this is normal. It's normal for us to even have that desire. Like, I don't want to be all over the place, but I know we were having this conversation. You were talking about Muslims and how Muslims are all covered up, and how they're just just wearing the hijab or the long one, the muumuu, just completely covered
Muslims
up.
don't have this problem.
Just completely covered up.
But Christians, we can get Christian BBLs.
I don't understand this. I don't understand why this is a desire. I think that,
It's a desire because we're so worldly
yeah. There we go.
and we
There we
don't
go.
have pastors that are able to,
No, because they're playing walk it out in church.
yeah.
There it is. It's our desire because we are so worldly. So that's exactly what's happened. We have lost some of our
We are
salt. We have
fleshly.
lost our light.
We're fleshly.
And now we're being led by the world and
Yeah.
trying to look like the world and be as cute as the world. When you were going down the list about how come you're not as beautiful as this, it just reminds me of the whole thing. We were supposed to do the thing about the hair thing and we haven't done it yet. Sorry, guys. But the mere fact that y'all can't go out the house without your natural hair.
With your natural hair.
Yeah, sorry, with your natural hair. You don't even know how it looks like.
Mhm.
You just steady up in these wigs,
Mhm.
wigs and weaves,
Mhm.
and then saying you got to wear these protective hairstyles. What are you protecting your hair from? What are you protecting it from?
Avalanches.
No, for real. Like, what are you
Sorry.
protecting it from? Like, God made us and we're fearfully made, and there's something beautiful about
Mhm.
us. Period. And instead, what we've normalized is Beyonce hair, plastic junk, or hair that's been sacrificed to all of these gods in India. You've normalized that. And so now you can't even look at yourself and say, I look good, I'm beautiful as is. If you wear the triangles on your face and you wear all this wig on your face, there's no way that natural you with kinky hair is gonna look good. There's no way. There's no way. It's just like I hate when YouTubers come on and they're barefaced and they say, I'm sorry, I look a hot mess. No, you don't. This is how you look. That irritates me. Because it's like, what's wrong with how you look? Oh, wait a minute. So let me go put my face on. Now, hey guys. No, that's a fake look. This is your natural look, and there's nothing wrong with it. Don't apologize. What you apologizing for? Do you know what I mean? And the fact that it's okay in this day and age, and all you have in the comment section is, girl, do it, you a baddie. No, no, that's worldly junk. And I'm not saying you shouldn't take care of yourself. But allow the fact that you've been fearfully and wonderfully made just to resonate and seep into every crevice of you. Like meditate on that.
Mhm.
God did not make any mistakes on you. None. Not a one. Don't let the world come and tell you that your lips are too big, that you're too dark, you're too this, you're too skinny, you're too this. You're fine. Another thing that I want to tell you is that you don't know that when you hit that next season of your life, your body may change. I was always 120 pounds, believe it or not.
Less. Less.
Very slim.
Yeah.
I ain't 120 pounds no more. I've had babies. My body has changed. My body has changed. I feel like Tyra Banks said that too. Remember, she said she always used to want like a boob job or something, and then I think she hit an age and her boobs just started to grow. This is way after puberty,
Mhm.
because Tyra, you've known her for she's a little heavier up
Chesty.
here.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's chesty. That's a good way of saying it. You know, your body may change, and then you have a season of doing something different. Let's not give these people who are just men at the end of the day. There's no way that the way that God made our bodies are just so intricate. And how come these people don't wake up? Some of these people, even though T was talking about board certified, you can go to a board certified and not wake up.
Right. You can have other complications. You can have some underlying health issues.
That maybe
It's
people don't know, or there's
exactly,
whatever. Like
exactly,
Kanye West's mom.
exactly. You can have underlying health issues that are compromising, that make either recovery difficult or impossible, that cause other issues in your body. Anything can happen. So if you don't need it, my
Don't
thing
get
is,
it.
my thing is also the other thing that just came to mind while you were speaking was that you know none of this stuff that you do outside is ever going to fix how you actually feel about yourself. If you don't feel like you said, like if you can't go out with your natural hair and feel okay, the fact that you cover it with weave and with wigs every single day with wig,
Cover that with wig.
you're still going to feel how you feel about yourself because underneath the wig is your natural hair. You're still going to feel that you look ugly.
Ooh.
You're still going to feel that you don't look put together without having all of the triangles, without having, a highlighter and stuff. You're still going to feel without the additional eyelashes, without the baby hairs,
You mean the
whatever.
broomsticks?
Without all that fluttering stuff that people, without all of that, you're still not going to
It's a
feel
mess.
good about you because at the end of the day, you'll still eventually have to take that stuff off. And when you
Yes.
look at yourself in the mirror without all of that stuff, you're going to feel ugly
Sorry.
because you feel ugly. And that's the only reason why you're adding that stuff, right? Because you feel ugly. But
I wasn't ready for that. I'm sorry.
but guess what?
What?
Get ready for this. That ugly is not going to go away. This is who you are. This is what you look like. So we have to get to the point where we can be at peace with
We love ourselves.
what we look like, who we are. We can love ourselves, and
And let me
we're
just
gonna
let
have
me
to work
let
on
me
the
just
self-love.
add so I can clean up on aisle 6. Woo! Because I think also it then becomes important to surround ourselves people you're following. I don't know if we've said this.
We
Go
haven't.
through your phone. Go through your phone, your IG. Who are you following?
Yeah.
Unsubscribe from all those people who don't look like you. And I know that sounds horrible, but if you are in a place where you don't think this is beautiful, start finding people that look like you. If you're a darker skinned woman like myself and you don't feel beautiful in your deep complexion, your chocolateness, go follow all the beautiful girls that are your complexion and darker who were doing the daggone thing.
Yes.
Delete all the rest of them people. So you can get to a point where you start to see yourself around. Don't be watching all these things with these other people who wear wig. Stop following those people who wear wig, people who wear weave. Talking about I got all of these weird things that they're doing. I got tracks and I got clip-ins. Stop following that. Start following some natural hair people so you can start to reprogram your brain because that's what it is. People have programmed us to believe that somehow there's something wrong with us. And in order for you to do that, you have to go to the extreme, which is black is beautiful. I'm black and I'm proud. There's a reason why the whole 70s, the whole movement, the whole black, beautiful, black.
And guess what? Black is beautiful.
It is.
Black is beautiful. And we have got to get to the point where we are encouraging each other. We are fortifying ourselves. We're surrounding ourselves with friends that can actually also encourage us and speak to that hurt place. I don't know if people were calling you names when you were little or whatever.
Sometimes
this happens,
they were.
bullying,
yeah, that's true. And you still remember that.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why we have people who are trying to bleach their skin. You're trying to go from this complexion to Beyonce complexion, not knowing that this is beautiful that you have this. It's also your natural sun protection. Yeah. You're going to be out there just burning in the sun. You don't know the issues that white people have, with sun things, saying their skin is tingling. Yeah. Most of us don't know those issues. But let me just also add, do you ever see white people? Well, I don't know, but do you ever see white people going and putting on a wig that looks like your hair? Do you ever see, I don't know, Asians doing that? Like, we're the only people who do this. Like, make it make sense. You consistently wear hair that is not your own. First of all, it's not your own. It don't look like your own hair.
That doesn't mimic your own texture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because even right now, my hair is somewhat straightened, but you see there's texture to it. This is not bone straight hair. Because my hair don't do that. Yeah, it's blown out and curled, but you see texture. How is it every time you walking out the house, you look like you have an Asian thermal, what's that? Thermal relaxer.
Japanese straightening.
Yeah, it's just, and it's all the way down to your butt. No one else does this. Why are we? And you know what? My sister likes to remind me of this. We drive culture. If we start talking about it, it's going to become the thing. Y'all black girls kept on talking about butts. Now everyone wants to do a butt. Now they have a surgery about butts. Because y'all black girls kept talking about butts and look at my booty, look at your natural one. But now it's become a thing. Now everybody wants it.
And even black girls now want bigger ones, even though you already
You
have
want
one.
bigger ones
You
because
got
now
one.
whatever you have
Isn't enough.
isn't enough because now, Becky down the street done gone and had one. I saw a lady at Sam's Club the other no, maybe last year, and she was a white lady, and I'm like, there's no way that is her behind. It was ridiculous looking because BBLs look ridiculous. And of course, she had it all on display. She was wearing something really, really revealing with
Speaking
her
of,
black husband.
speaking of which, I think Tundi, I actually think that
Wow.
this culture that we have of
Hmm.
getting BBLs
Hmm.
actually is leading us to become more of a lustful society because
Oh, that's good.
once you get it,
You
you
got
got
to
to show
show
it
it.
off.
You got to show it.
Yes. So now I have
Yep.
to wear the tied up whatever with
Because
this
you must see it. Because I spent money on this.
huge derriere
Or
and
these breasts too. Because before it
yeah,
was with the breasts.
yeah,
Because when
and
breast
wearing
implants used to
provocative
be,
things
uh
that
huh.
and you don't care if children like you don't
You
care
don't care
that you're
who's
creating
around
an
you.
obscene scene,
A vulgar.
vulgar scene.
Hmm.
And so now we're actually drawing people's eyes. We're Christians, Christian BBL. We're drawing people's eyes to look at this.
All
And
the way.
now we're creating this more of a sensual, sexual
Very, very
appetite.
much
We're
so.
stirring that up.
Very much so.
As God called us to stir that up, why is it that Muslims are the only people who can get this right?
I don't know. But they cover everything up.
Yeah.
Cover it all up.
And we say that, oh, they're so oppressive, they're so this or whatever.
No,
But
because
why
they
is it?
know.
But
They
why
know.
is it
Cover it
that
all
they?
up.
But they're winning in so many categories that we're
Even the
failing in the
hair.
categories that we're failing in. They're
Cover that
winning.
hair up too.
They even cover the hair.
Cover it all
They
up.
cover the baby hairs. It's all tucked away.
I think that's an excellent point that you bring up, that the fact that we've just gotten so used to everything being on display. And so eventually, and the problem is, again, when you've paid for it, and it started with the breasts too. I remember
If you
seeing
pay
that.
for it,
You're
you're
gonna
gonna
flaunt
show
it.
it.
And
Yeah.
so now you used to see, all of the the like, almost like, remember like the Pam Anderson situation where you had people who were just busty and just, hi, look at my
But
cleavage.
I'd actually almost even rather that.
I
I'd rather see some cleavage than to see a whole bunch of butt.
It's a lot,
It's a lot.
and it looks ridiculous. First of all, guys, it looks ridiculous. It looks fake. Everybody knows it. There's only two people groups, well, maybe not two. I know, unless you're South African or you're from like Rwanda, Rwandese have very interesting shaped bodies where it's really small and boom, and it's natural. The rest of y'all, cut it out. It don't look natural. It looks fake as all get out, and it looks ridiculous. And also, let me just add, because I know people who naturally have those things. Like, I have a friend, close friend, who naturally is busty, and she's always trying to like kind of tone it
Minimize.
down because you're gonna get all this
There's
unwanted
unwanted attention.
attention.
Yeah. So if it brings unwanted attention to people who have it naturally,
Mm-hmm.
when you now go and pay for it, you are actually seeking the attention. So now imagine you're actually wanting the gaze of men and women
She
to
is.
come to your butt, to your body,
She is.
to your chest.
You can't tell me that Sophia. Sorry, were you about to finish something?
I
Go
was
ahead.
going to say
Uh-huh.
something.
Go.
Yeah. So but if we are Christians, should we want to draw the eyes of other people to our bodies in that manner and draw them astray? Aren't we supposed to now draw people closer to the Most High God?
Right.
Or are we supposed to now draw them into lustful, sinful lifestyles? Have them thinking about things that they're not supposed to be thinking about?
Good point. Well, I was gonna add, that do you think that Sophiology got the body to wear muumuu?
No, you paid a lot of money for it.
Is she gonna wear muumuu?
No.
She ain't wearing nobody's muumuu.
I mean, just a quick scroll. It's not. She's not.
So again, therein goes the
Yeah.
point.
You're,
Like, you got it, and
you
now
got
you
it to be
are.
a mannequin so that you can show.
You see me?
So you can show it off.
And then you can be on Instagram
Yeah.
with these butt shots going like this.
Yeah.
Even showing us.
Yeah.
And we get so inundated with it.
And so
That's another thing I'm
don't
gonna
call
say.
us judgmental. At the end of the day, we are supposed to be warriors for Christ. We're supposed to be drawing people closer to the Word. And if what you're doing is not aligning with the Word of God, it doesn't align. We can't force. We can't, and we can't be afraid to call these things what they are.
Right.
If
Well,
it is drawing people away from what God has asked us to be doing, then it is wrong.
well, then, because I heard her say it just when you're listening to it. I overheard her saying that, oh, all these haters. I really dislike that too. There's a lot of things I'm disliking, and I'm starting to get set in my ways.
Just in general, people.
Don't do that. When someone now criticizing you, they're not a hater. They're just telling you that they don't agree with you. They're not a
Yeah, a
hater.
critique is not hate.
It's not hate. Cut it
It's a
out.
critique.
Cut it out. It's just that people who followed you, again, I don't follow this lady, so I don't know, but people, I guess, who followed her for a while
Mhm.
are saying that she's changed. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So now maybe it's more about vanity and being, hey, look at me, you know, my angles, you're doing all of that. And people are like, dude, you've changed. Again, I don't know how she started off, how her page started off, but that's what people are saying in the comment section. But anyways, it's getting long. Um, I don't know. I hope we've talked about everything that we wanted to. I think Tilu
Yeah.
shared the whole idea, which was the heart of it, about being concerned about self-esteem, being
So I feel like
concerned
we should
about.
address that in a different forum.
We probably will.
Yeah, just
We
yeah,
probably will.
because it's a problem.
We probably will. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. Is it okay to do a soft situation, a soft whatever,
a tease.
a
You want to
tease?
tease something? You can tease
Well,
something if you want to.
because she was talking about the issues of the heart,
Hmm.
which is something that we've been working on for a good 2 years now, and it's something that is near and dear to us, and is really talking about hardness of heart, and especially as it applies to, I can say, Black women, right? Because it's something, an observation that we've made, and we so it's not a series, it's not a training. What do we call it?
Of course.
It's a course. Thank you. Oof, the words weren't coming. It's a course, and we're really, really excited to bring it to y'all. But I think all of these issues that we're starting to see more and more within society, I think, really are speaking to that. They're speaking to some issues of the heart,
Mhm.
and we are here to spread more light on it, so we can, um,
Heal.
yeah, so we can help. Give us. Sorry, I'm not gonna say that. That may be offensive. So so we can heal. Thank you. So we can heal. Um, but yeah, so guys, just be careful about who you're allowing to influence you. People who are on your feeds.
I love that tip.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna go through my feed
Hmm.
again. I've
Hmm.
actually just been adding a lot more to my like the people that I follow. I like home and interior design and
Yeah, I'm big on
like
that right now.
all that kind of stuff. Like
Hmm.
I've been adding more so that when I see that explore page, I can see more content that is reflective of where I want to
Right.
go,
I
and yeah, less
Less of the
of
weirdos, and I think
yeah.
also it might take some time to do this, but probably even taking the time, depending on how tough this is for you, to even, because you have those options to click on these things and say, don't
Don't recommend this
don't recommend
channel.
this channel.
Don't recommend. I don't like this.
I don't
Whatever.
like this,
Yeah,
so you can
I've
now
been doing that
start.
more often
Yeah,
too. Don't recommend this channel ever.
yeah, because sometimes it's the stuff that comes up on
Yeah.
your feed is just stuff that,
Mhm.
and unfortunately sometimes it doesn't take that long. It's just a little bit. Oh, didn't we want to talk about a little leaven? I feel like we want to talk about a little leaven when it comes to some of these things. But anyways, it just takes a little bit, and even though you may not be interested, and now you're like, oh, sometimes things are a little jarring, and you're like, oh, 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 and then you watch it for maybe not even that long, but long enough for you now to be
Drawn in.
somehow infected. Do
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? Either your spirit now is down, or you're just, all the things that come with some of these things that we sometimes see on social media. So just guard your gaze, your eye gate,
Mhm.
and just be mindful of that, and just fill it with things that are lovely, that are beautiful, things that reflect, that are inspirational, aspirational, that are going to where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? If you have a desire to lose weight, you know so find people who are on a healthy weight loss journey. If you want to grow out your natural hair, find people who are doing that,
Mhm.
and the pictures are full up. If you want to feel good about your deeper complexion, find people who are, I'm black and beautiful people. They're there in droves,
Yes, they're there.
in
They're
droves.
there.
And you can, and I'm not saying this from a place of, whatever, because I don't want people to say, well, why, blah, blah, blah. It's a moment, as you are guarding yourself for a period of time, so you can build up.
Mm.
Eventually you can start to add in other things when you're strong enough. But if you're in a place where you, again, are okay with putting your life on the line, either because you're taking these really harmful lightning pills that destroy your liver and are going to destroy your skin because you're going to get skin cancer, or you are going under the knife. This is next level serious stuff. You need to take serious steps.
Mhm.
If you're a person who's considering all these things, you're considering bleaching your skin,
Mhm.
you're considering, getting a BBL or some sort of cosmetic surgery that you can actually work out in a gym,
Mhm.
or you are considering you always wear wig.
Mhm.
Wig. I'm trying to say wig,
Wig,
weave
weave
and
plus
wig.
wig is wig.
Wig. You're trying to wear wig. um, and that's all you do. Don't no. Your husband has never seen your natural hair. Your kid doesn't even know what your natural hair is. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem. It's so funny. Remember when I came out and I just blown out my hair, because normally I'm kind of doing like these wash and go things or these weird things, but now I'm kind of doing the straight things. Anyways, and I blown it out. And what did Hino say? Hino's my son. Hino was just like, whoa, like my hair was kind of out like this, looking very dramatic. And he was like, "Can I touch it?" And it was just so cute. It was such a cute moment.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things. Do your kids even know what your hair looks like? Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I was gonna go that way, but I'm gonna come back this way. You know, let them touch your hair and see that like it's normal, so they can see, and learn to appreciate even for themselves, even as young
And you've been
boys.
touching your hair a lot during this video, by the way.
Oh, have I?
You've been like, just it's like,
I do it all the time though, even when
yeah,
it's in the other style. I do touch my
yeah,
hair a lot. I'm sorry, guys. That's what I do. That's what I do. Um, let them touch your hair so they can know that there's something beautiful about it.
Mhm.
They can be familiar with this. Imagine if now all they're touching is a wig. It's fake. It's fake hair. Anyways, I don't even know that's disjointed. Maybe that's for someone. I don't know. But
I don't know who this is for.
this was for you. But anyways, we just wanted to offer those words. Hopefully it's beneficial to you. Stay tuned for our course that we'll slowly talk about more, but just wanted to give a soft little drop
Tease.
because I think it fit in the moment right then and there.
Yeah.
But anyhow, we hope this blesses you, and yeah, don't forget to stay steeped in the word.
All right.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.